Good morning, my friends. This is the Grim Flayer. I hope you're doing very well today. I hope you're doing better than I am. I am so hyped for this league, but I am feeling like garbage. I woke up a little bit sick today, and I'm going to be a little low energy, probably, but I'm going to try my best. The good news, though, my friends, is that we have the fan favorite, the very high energy Feord, co-playing with us. Feord, how you doing today, my friend? Better than me, I hope.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm super excited for this league. Super excited to be able to play through some Modern Horizons 2 updated to Deadguy Ale.
Yes, sir, me too. And I've been itching to play all of these black-based cards that specifically go into black-white X decks like Damn, and of course, I've just had other things to do, and this is something I thought I would be on right out of the gates. I dabbled with the Ephemerate, like a 60 card all-in Deadguy Ale deck with Ephemerate, Malakiri, Birth, Grief, and Solitude. It's powerful, but I didn't like how high variance it was. I didn't like, drawing Ephemerates when you don't have a target, stuff like that. So then when it came time to play this league with Feord, I said, well, I don't so much love that setup, and Feord agreed, so we talked about doing either a classic Deadguy list with updated MH2 tech, or a Yorion list, and most of the Deadguy lists doing really well are Yorion Taxes lists right now. But, so we kind of agreed on that. We kind of started, talking about a list. I dabbled in that, and I hated it. I was like, this is not mid-range. This is something else entirely. I don't like the Ephemerate play patterns. I don't like being the bad guy playing Ephemerate. Kind of hate Yorion. Didn't love the, Ether Vial Taxes stuff either. It's kind of cool. A lot of interesting lines, but I went back to the drawing board with Feord and said, dude, I kind of hate this. What about a classic Deadguy? And of course, Feord, you're always down for classic Deadguy, and that's what we're doing here. So we've taken a peek at a few recent 5-0s. We've made our own tweaks to it. Anything you'd like to mention as far as kind of explaining the highs and lows of the list, or things that you're really excited to see?
Well, I think the obvious high is that it's a post Modern Horizons 2 world, and we're still jamming Lingering Souls.
That's right. Yep. that is it. That's our signpost right there. That's how we know that we still live. There's still some good in this world, right? I love it.
And Modern is still a great place as long as you can get away with playing Lingering Souls main board.
Yeah, and actually the list that we were looking at had 4 Lingering Souls, and I kind of like, we talked about other changes, but I kind of clandestinely cut 2 souls. I'm surprised you didn't come after me harder about that one, but we do still
it was the first thing I noticed, but as much as I like them, they are, I do think in a post-Modern Horizon 2 world, they are just a little, I think 4 of them is a little much.
Yeah, I agree, and we've got
especially
a lot of
with
other stuff to fit in, yeah.
Especially with the current meta being, like, Titan and, like, more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not really the decks you're loving Lingering Souls in. You really want them for, like, mid-range grindy matchups, and those are not the top decks right now.
Exactly, but there are still some there, and we do need X for 1 cards against those, and Lingering Souls still a great fit in this shell for that.
Oh yeah.
I think 2 is the sweet spot, but so Feord, you haven't played with some of these new MH2 cards yet. I have not played with Damn yet, which is really exciting, nor with Sanctifier en-Vec. These are 2 big attractions to playing Deadguy Ale. Sanctifier, a very good, flexible, anti-red deck wins card, anti-grave hate card, or graveyard deck card, excuse me, and also very, very strong against the Rakdos Lurrus deck and against other BRX decks in general. This is rest in peace on legs, and Damn, of course, is very, very exciting. A solid, upgraded Doomblade 1-for-1, decent piece of removal. We definitely use those to great effect in a shell like this, and a modal sweeper. So we are leaning heavily into these cards. Tourach Dread Cantor was fantastic for me in my most recent league, the co-play with Will on Rakdos. absolute all-star there, and Dauthi Voidwalker has been very impressive overall, although a little high variance. Not being able to, for example, block for Liliana can be a little bit bad sometimes, but overall, we have so many effective ways to hose the opposing strategy that all happen to turn sideways. This is really desirable in mid-range in general, and especially so because we are able to equip it with a Sword of Fire and Ice. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fjord. I was going to say two things. First, about the Dauthi. He also actually takes a role Lingering Souls used to fill in this deck, which is Equipment Monkey.
Yeah.
Because Lingering Souls with the flying used to be able to get in. You used to basically be able to guarantee sword hits.
Yeah.
Dauthi Voidwalker basically fills the same role as well as that. And that was one of the key pieces Soul served in a Deadguy deck, at least for me. The other thing is, I believe a very important card you missed in the breakdown of Modern Horizons 2 cards that are great is Mr. Kaldra Compleat up in the corner.
Yes. Lest we forget the indestructible first strike, trample, indestructible, haste, exile on damage, 5/5, living weapon. Yeah. Pretty good, not gonna lie. And this is an important upgrade to Deadguy, right? Because we classically lack a clock, and you go out of your way to try to make your clock better, you're generally just kind of reducing your card quality, right? So you either splash screen to play Tarmogoyf, or you just accept that you don't have a great clock, and you have to have really good interaction basically at all times lining up to get over the line. But Kaldra Compleat is the fastest clock that a Stoneforge Mystic black-white deck can assemble. We just solo them with this while we're disrupting them. That is the plan. And thank you for pointing that out. This is going to be a big part of how we close out games, right? And
I was gonna say, I think that in large part made me kind of makes Abzan just not worth it anymore. Because, like you said, it just gives you an option for that Tarmogoyf, basically.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to see a perfect role for Abzan to be optimal, although there have been some lists doing decently that are playing the Ephemerate strategy with good old Siege Rhino. And, maybe that you and I will have to explore another time, Feord. It does sound like a lot of fun. While we're talking about sword monkeys, as you said, which I love, Tourach Dread Cantor even has a bit of an evasion. Imagine, you're against a white weenie deck, he's pro-white. Equip him with a sword.
Yeah.
Seems pretty darn good. So all in all, I think that during MH2, I said that I saw the most pieces kind of coming together in this shell. I thought Deadguy got the most upgrades across the board when you look at the raw number of cards that could be added to the viable card pool, relative to other mid-range decks I'm talking about, of course. And also, a lot of them seem to work really, really well together. So I'm super excited about this. Just to take us very briefly through the rest of the list that we haven't really covered. We have a ton of utility, a ton of fixing with 2 pathways in Urborg, Shambling Vent, Castle Locthwain, triple silent clearing. We're rocking those Ice Age snow-covered basics in order to cast snow cards more effectively with Dauthi Voidwalker. We have a very effective top end, Vindicate ×4, allowing us to go on an impromptu land destruction plan, or just to have super flexible 1-for-1 removal at the top end. In 2 copies of Kaya's Guile, a very powerful card, pretty darn well positioned right now. 3 Liliana of the Veil as well, and in the sideboard, we continue the trend of hate pieces on legs. We mentioned 2 Sanctifier. We've got 3 copies of Kataki War's Wage, which is not totally asymmetrical some of the time in our shell, but is still probably the best hate piece in a shell like this for the very ubiquitous artifact decks. Kor Firewalker, we talked about maybe making this Auric champion, but we have a lot of pro-black, with Sanctifier on en-Vec that'll come in those types of Rakdos matchups. Burn is back, and Kor Firewalker is about as good, if not better, against some prowess progressions than Auric Champion, especially because we're not exactly flooding the board with creatures, right? So gaining life off of spells rather than off of creatures, ETB. I don't know, it's kind of close. You could play either. You could play a split of both. We're just on 3 Kor Firewalker here. Void Mirror helps us out against Tron and Eldrazi Tron, in addition to using Vindicate as LD in that regard, and is good hate against the suspend strategies, whether they be Fair, Shardless Agent, Bloodbraid Elf style decks, or of course, Living End, very popular in the metagame right now. Parasealine can be, some clunky removal against decks that play enchantments like Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Blood Moon, Utopia Sprawl style decks, but this is basically a nod to Enchantress, probably a pretty tough matchup for us. We've got an I win button for that matchup should we run into it. 2 copies of the Plague Man. Plague Engineer's been very good lately, and when I haven't played him, I have missed him. There are leagues where we won't probably side him in all that much, but I think we'll want him I think we could end up wanting him if we don't register him. There is a mini renaissance of tribal decks going on right now, and lots of other use cases, as we well know. Collective Brutality, again, another nod to burn. I always like a 1 of Brutality can be supplementary to any game plan against a wide variety of decks. And, of course, the 3rd copy of Damn, which is now kind of this deck's premier 2-drop removal spell. So, Feord, are you ready, my friend, to have some fun, to play some Deadguy Ale? Your first time rocking these MH2 cards in Modern.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, man, for sure. All right, thank you, Feord, so much for your support, for your gregarious personality, your contribution to the community. Everybody loves the Feord, and we're going to have some fun. Thanks out there for watching. Let's get right into it. All right, we're on the play, and we lack interaction, but it's a decent on-the-play hand. I think we keep, right, Feord?
Yeah, I would keep. Hope we don't need basically hope we didn't punt by not drawing the right cards, but
yep.
I think overall this is okay.
I do too. Brightclimb Pathway, pass. All right, there's a little interaction.
So we're going to Voidwalker, right?
Absolutely. Glacial Floodplain.
Oh, a tap.
Fascinating.
The snow duel.
Prismatic.
What are we up?
Ending.
Oh, what is it?
We're against snow control.
All right. Lingering Souls should be good here.
Yes.
Do you want to Vindicate a land, or do you want to go Lingering Souls? I kind of like Vindicating their snow land.
I kind of like Vindicating the snow land too, partially because we have another one, and partially because the more we stick cards in hand, the better a kicked Tourach will be.
Yeah.
So I think we go on the Vindicate plan, and if they just keep drawing a bunch of lands and they were a little light on gas, then we get punished for this, right? But overall, I think it's correct. Okay.
Now I think we go. So does the snow control run counters?
I have not faced snow control since MH2. We know that they're not representing counter spell right now, but they could be. Maybe they're like a 3-color deck with bad mana. They're playing Mana Leak instead. You're probably thinking Souls if we expect a counter, Mystic if we don't.
Yeah. That's the thought process.
I don't know.
I
think I kind of like the mana efficiency of Souls.
All right. Like I said, either one is a good card in general. But if they counter Souls, it's one of those things where you just kind of shrug.
Exactly. Really just wanted to hit a land there, though, of course. But, yeah, they are a 3rd color. Love that draw.
I would do the Inquisition.
Yeah, we're gonna Inquisition into Mystic here.
And then probably go for Stoneforge.
Yep.
Once we know the path is clear.
Oh wow.
So you got a Cryptic in hand and it's a fairy. Yeah. Yeah, I'd grab probably grab Kaldra.
I think so, yeah.
Go for the beatdown.
Yep. Sword of Fire and Ice is good against this deck, but yeah, I think it's got to be the complete.
I think Kaldra is just the fastest clock.
Yep.
I feel like in this matchup we just want to provide the quickest clock we can.
For sure.
Especially when they have Cryptic and can bounce the sword and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be really kind of annoying to try and set that up.
Mm-hmm.
I would just go to combat because they're probably just going to tap down the team.
Well, if we go to combat...
Oh, the Kaldra has haste.
The Kaldra has haste,
has
exactly.
haste, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Man, no fourth land really sucks here. But yeah, I think we just make them tap the team down. Or bounce the complete or whatever they're going to do.
Actually, they can bounce the Germ, which would be pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, that's probably their best play. Honestly, though, like, this is a pretty good way to advantageously win through a Cryptic command, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this...
What are they doing? Bouncing, drawing a card?
Yeah.
I was expecting them to bounce tap.
I think bounce draw makes sense. But it's really rough that we haven't had a window to... Oh, they go for little Tef instead of big Tef, huh?
Bounce Lingering Soul token? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's good value for them, but...
Yeah.
Alright, come on, untapped land. We gotta Tourach that big Tef.
Need a land.
Oh!
Tap land.
Okay. We probably just attack Tef off the field and play another Stoneforge Mystic here.
Yeah. I think that's probably best.
Yeah.
Was that or Flashback Souls, right?
Yep.
Which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad. I can't imagine they have like a Dismember or something. So I'm gonna...
I would send the Stoneforge at him, the Soul token at Teferi.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good call.
Because Stoneforge is like the better overall creature, and it represents if we draw another equipment, we can still cheat it in. So if he had a removal, he'd want to do the he'd want to kill Stoneforge over the token.
Absolutely.
Then,
so they played the Hallowed Fountain.
They played the Hallowed Fountain, yeah.
All right. I mean,
obviously we're just gonna run out, tap Concealed Courtyard, and feel sad about it. But then, I think it's probably just Stoneforge because like we have the opportunity to get it down, and he can tuck something, but now he can't tuck like both Stoneforges type deal.
Yeah, and tucking is pretty bad, so he might just tick up, in which case we can, either Tourach or Vindicate, or just to like equip Sword of Fire and Ice. Like we've got a lot of options if they...
Yeah.
All right, shocking in
Temple Garden. That's interesting. And then doing nothing.
Let's go. Okay.
That is that's weird.
I think they're not even representing Snap Cryptic, are they? Because they only have four. Well, no,
they have four.
Yeah, they have four.
They have Snap Cryptic.
Yep. Shambling Vent.
Hey, Mr. Shambles.
Could be a good draw here, actually, in a pretty significant way. So.
Do you want to go to combat, or do you want to try to bait out the... So basically, I think our options are go to combat, see if they tap out. If they do, cool. And then if they do, we can play a kick Tourach. Or we can just try to flash in the sword right now.
Yeah.
See if they tap out. Then we can do... then we can play a flashback Lingering Souls. With the other 2 mana.
We have to tap out for kick Tourach. He's gonna be 4.
No, that's what I'm saying is like if we go straight to combat and we don't flash in the sword, we can go for a kick Tourach.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to parse out is like, will they even tap out? If we go to combat.
Yeah.
They probably just take the hit. So I think maybe flashing in the sword, equipping it, then forcing them to tap out, tap down, or draw whatever they're gonna do, bounce, whatever.
Yeah.
Is probably
all right.
Probably the move. Because this is just another relatively value-positive way to kind of win through a really powerful sequence.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't do anything.
That might have actually been the wrong one to equip it to, but we'll see.
I like that.
I guess it just opened up the bounce draw, like they could have bounced the spirit token in response. Oh, we have Shark Typhoon, maybe? Solitude. Ooh. That's a good one. Okay. That was not on my radar.
Yeah, I was not thinking about that either.
Yeah,
we got Mr. Shambles in there.
I haven't seen Snow Control. That's an interesting one, though. It's a pretty good one. Right,
now he's playing Big Tef.
Yep. Gonna tick up and attack. Whoa,
that's attack? Interesting.
All right. I would actually love another untapped land here. Oh, Concealed Courtyard, killing us. Killing us. All right, this is still pretty fine, though. We just, once again, can't really kick Tourach unless that's the only thing we want to do. But maybe equip, attack, and then Vindicate Tef.
I like that a lot more than equip Tourach.
Yeah.
Ephemerate? Dang.
Oh my god.
Alright. That was brutal.
Yep. The most frustrating card to play against. Alright, we gotta go for the Vindicate here. Hope they don't have Counterspell.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, that's brutal. Oh.
They're
flashing an Ice Fang.
Force of Negation, I guess.
Or the blue evoke creature.
True. Man, this is, I think this is a pretty bad matchup for us, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just... Well, this is the matchup we want 4 Lingering Souls for. Funny enough.
Yeah, for real.
Like that whole talk about the beginning where, according to Goldfish, it's not really big in the meta right now. Oh, well, here it is.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So...
Well, at least we found the untapped land, finally.
Yeah. Still not quite enough to have 8 mana, right? So we can either go for a dam or a kick Tourach. I think maybe we go for the dam. Because I think arguably we'd rather get that countered, and even if they don't have any counters for anything, we don't want to dam our own stuff after Tourach and Souls resolve, right?
Yeah, no, I think we go kick dam and then go flashback Souls.
I agree. Pretty funny that the Wrath effect is highly relevant against this control deck. Again, probably won't resolve, but hey, it does. Okay. I really wonder what they're sitting on it. Feels like maybe
he's really tanking on this.
Yeah. I would have. So I'm thinking maybe they have like another Solitude in hand. That makes some sense here as to what they could have. That's, they didn't want to compete over the dam, but they might want to compete over this. I'm not sure.
Whatever it is, I feel like they did it wrong by competing over this.
Whoa. Wow.
What is this?
Venser Shaper Savant. He's a 2/2 flash, a card I haven't seen in a long time. Returning it to our hand, but because it was flashbacked, it's just kind of a counter. It's pretty good. I was thinking they had a flash creature, but again, something that's not on my radar.
I don't think I've ever seen that card before.
It doesn't see a ton of modern play, but it has seen a bit of fringe play before. But yeah, the more I see of this deck, the more I think it's just going to be a tough one for us to get through.
Yeah.
They've got more threats than you would expect, and they're all at flash. And we operate a lot at sorcery, especially because we are leaning into Dam.
Well, yeah, like Dam, Vindicate, and Equipment are all sorcery speed cards.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, so we do have enough to do both.
Yes, we do. We also have enough to equip Kaldra next turn.
Yeah. I almost, I don't know how good Vindicate is, and I think one of the things they could obviously have is Ephemerate. So my instinct here is to play for the high upside line of hoping they don't have permission, kick the Tourach. If that works, then we equip Tourach and say go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Because I think if they have permission here, we're probably not going to really bait it out with Vindicate, or they could have permission and Ephemerate.
If they have permission, I don't think we're going to be able to win this game, unfortunately, from this spot.
All right,
they had it.
Let's just try to then Vindicate something here to stay alive.
Just hit the 2/2, right? Just because he's a 2/2?
I guess so. Again, we're playing for the higher upside of them not having much left to do from here. And it's less of a blowout if, they got everything. I think we can scoop this one. Pretty frustrating deck to face for Deadguy, but, Plague Engineer is actually decent against the snakes here.
It can shrink the elementals, or it can just take out some snakes.
Yep.
Then,
this is okay against we can't get too cute. We probably don't have much to bring in, but I
think those are probably the best three.
Yeah.
I don't think we really want another Dam. If anything, we probably want to pull Path or even Fatal Push. I think over Path, because Push doesn't hit the elementals. Those evoke creatures.
It hits the blue one if we have Revolt, but it does miss Solitude. It's kind of a toss-up between, are we trying to answer Solitude, or are we trying to answer, Ice Fangs more efficiently and earlier? I don't know. I think we can probably cut the path because we have the Dams and the Vindicates as well to hit the high curve stuff. But I hear what you're saying for real, and I think we're just kind of in for a tough one, but we get a little better post side, and now that we know what we're against,
a lot of those blind game ones are just really weird.
This is a solid.
Are we gonna keep this one?
Yeah. Solid.
So we go Inquisition into Tourach?
Maybe. Of course, it's if they were a blue-white deck, I definitely would, because it'd be hard for them to remove it, and it'd just scale off of the Liliana. As it is, we still might want to try to, go turn 3 Lily into turn 4 Tourach and just totally deplete them. So we'll see what the Inquisition yields, and then decide. And maybe we'll just draw, a Stoneforge Mystic or a Dauthi Voidwalker turn 2, and have the perfect curve out. Okay, counterspell Wall of Omens.
And they have 4 lands and a Solitude. I'm for taking the counterspell personally.
Absolutely. You'll resolve the Lily, and that'll be pretty darn good for us.
Well, as long as they don't draw another one or a force.
Yep. Okay, so we do not have any kind of a turn 2 play besides Tourach.
Yeah, I'm still on the Jam Tourach train here.
Oh yeah, okay.
I feel like we just can't not do anything right when we have I understand the massive upside, but by the time we get to turn 4, he's gonna have 4 draws.
Yep. Okay.
Or actually 5, because because he'll have the Wall of Omens draw too.
I can
So I
respect
feel like
it.
we just need to start like kind of closing in.
I think you're right.
I believe you said with the kicker.
Oh, I sure did.
And like on a still good note, he's the pro white is helping a lot because it looks like all their removal is white based.
Yeah, so we just have to worry about a snake ambush, basically. But
Yeah.
besides that, 'tis a good one.
So they're representing the counter spell, but
We drew Kaldra Compleat. That's such a bad draw. If Lily gets countered, I think we lose.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't play Wall of Omens, so they're representing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, really? That is just awful, dude. But at least we're gonna probably resolve the Lily. So, that might have actually been a bad play.
Attacking?
Yeah, we could have just seed if the Lily resolved first.
Yeah.
But they had one draw step for Snake, right? Or was it 2?
2.
Yeah. That's the literal only thing that matters, so that's just
Yeah.
pretty rough.
No, that was brutal.
Once again, no Wall of Omens.
I would just uptick first. I think we're looking at dam or silent clearing.
Yeah, I think it's probably the dam. Clearing's pretty good right now with our own active Lily. But
then I'd just run out the sword.
Yeah, we got to.
And then I believe you discarded that snow-covered island you still had in hand.
Correct.
Flashing out the Solitude.
Yeah.
What did he exile?
Wall of Omens.
Wall of Omens, alright.
Yep, so just looking for that pressure. So, Lily doing her job for... Oh my god. Wait, what?
Why is he ephemerating it for, no value?
That I don't get.
Oh, he did it so it doesn't die because it's evoked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
That makes that... Yeah.
In my mind, that had already happened, and he was doing, the rebound thing, and I was like, no, you're just going to be summoning sick then. But, oh my goodness. I don't want to be salty right away, but this is such a tilt to play against.
Yeah, this is the exact thing, basically, the initial game plan was for us.
Yep.
And I absolutely hate it. I have, no desire to ever touch it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, we don't know about one card.
They discarded the planes, too. We don't know anything. We don't know their hand at all.
So we probably have to assume the Thoughtseize is going to hit here. I mean, either way, we start there. The only reason not to is if we could clearing into something. But yeah, let's just Thoughtseize. Jason Ephemerate.
Well, Jason's a good hit. Because they're both going to get discarded if we uptick the Lily.
Yep.
The question is, do we want to discard that or kill Wall of Omens?
Yeah, we got to get rid of the Ephemerate. I think we should main phase the clearing if we're going to crack it, just in case we draw exactly Fatal Push to beat the wall before they draw another Ephemerate.
Oh, yeah. Never mind, you're right. I was saying, but it's only 2 mana. Oh, that's a good card, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to get a Batterskull.
Yeah, that's the only thing we have
Sword
left.
type deal. Do the thing.
Okay. Maybe lead on push.
And it's funny, running the... against this deck, those Creature Suite, before Kaldra, my go-to third equipment was always a Sword of Light and Shadow.
Ooh, yes.
Would have been good here, but I was gonna say the yeah, that's brutal that they had one draw step and found a counter spell.
Yeah. Ooh, awesome draw though. Awesome draw.
That's not terrible.
All right, opponent, just stop not drawing us one time.
As long as he can't remove this, We're in a pretty good spot.
Anything one time.
He found another jail. He found a Teferi. Gah. That is brutal.
We need like a couple breaks against a deck like this. I really do.
I mean, we just need literally one turn there, and we're like back in this.
So brutal, but
at least we can equip it immediately here.
Yeah, that's actually pretty decent.
We can go down to 3 here, but we'll be able to hit him, kill the Solitude probably first.
Yep.
Before we start pinging the Teferi.
Definitely, because we're we're at 3. And...
Yeah. Also entirely based upon, though, if we're able to actually connect. He doesn't just, like, flash another Solitude in.
Yeah, right.
Or evoke the Solitude or whatever. I mean, ephemerate the Solitude. Paying costs. Yep. Dang, he is not missed.
Cast with 2 colors. I was gonna say X equals 1.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, literal, not draws from OP.
He is not missed one. So at least we can gain some life here. Oh, we should make. Oh, we should. I was gonna say we should sack and make a spirit token, so we can start getting in with the sword.
Yes, we can't do it at instant speed because it's a fairy, so we have to let this resolve.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think we are supposed to take the high upside of spirit rather than gaining the 4. So each opponent sacks, make a spirit. Hey, our deck is looking pretty good. We're just against a nightmare matchup that's drawing really well, but like our deck's putting a lot of stuff together. Oh my god.
Ah, that's brutal. So they had 2 draws, and their 2 draws were a removal spell and Ice Fang Bottle.
They had 10 draws, and their 10 draws were everything completely perfect. All right. Pretty rough. But OP styling on us here. Oh, they got the kill too. All right, GG's on to round 2.
Ah.
All right. We are in round 2, hopefully putting that type of bad luck behind us, but we do have to mulligan this hand for sure.
Yeah, this is a definite mull.
Another one.
This is also, unfortunately, a mulligan.
I think you're right. Okay.
We'll scare let's scare the socks off the opponent by mulling to 5, so they think we're on a Tron.
Yeah, they're gonna see us mull to 6 and say, "Oh no, I got them all too. I gotta find whatever I don't know that I need."
I was saying they saw us mull to 6 and went, "Oh, that's probably good." And now we're gonna mull to 5, and they're just gonna, "Oh no."
Yeah, that's the classic. Oh man, I keep 7. All right, deck. Okay, keep.
This would have been a good 7.
Would have been a great 7, and especially on the
probably
play.
Bottom. Want to do it Godless Shrine because we have the Urborg, so the other 2 can both be dual lands as well.
Yep, I like that. And then
maybe. I think the second option's between Tourach and Kaya's Guile, or the Brightclimb Pathway. I guess I think it's those 3 are the options.
Yeah, I think
how greedy do we want to be with mana?
Tourach is the highest variance. If we want to try to say, can we catch back up? Like we need something to go our way, right?
Yeah.
So we need either Tourach to hose them, in which case maybe we bottom Kaya's Guile, or we just like bottom a land and have as much gas in hand as possible, assume we're going to draw another land. So it depends on which way you want to try to get lucky. Like maybe bottoming a land makes the most sense statistically. But,
yeah, I mean, I'm down for that.
Okay.
I think it's between the Pathway and Tourach, though.
I agree.
I mean not Tourach. I meant yeah. You know what I meant.
I always know what you mean, Feord. We're on the same wavelength, my friend. I play the Urborg there, even though it could, in theory, fix their mana a little bit, because we could draw, Actually, I was going to say we could draw Dauthi Voidwalker off the top, but come to think of it, we just play Urborg next turn anyway, right? So
yeah.
maybe it doesn't matter what I play there.
Hopefully, it just doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they don't go force Thoughtseize because of Urborg.
Nah, they kept a no spell 7, so we're okay. We don't like to see basic mountain when we
I'm getting an unfortunate. Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna say I'm getting an unfortunate Ragavan feeling, but they skipped. So.
All right. So whatever we play looks like it's gonna die.
We drew a land.
Yeah. Nevertheless, it is probably correct to play SFM here. Make them have removal. 2 for 1.
So this is I think this is the exact scenario you don't get Kaldra.
No, we get Batterskull here
right now.
because Batterskull's probably better against a red deck if she lives, and if she
that
doesn't
and
live,
it's also
hard castable.
That is also castable.
Yeah,
right.
We're never getting to 7, but we could get to 5.
Yeah. And if we had 2 more threats in hand, like if the Kaya's Guile was like a Lingering Souls or something, I would probably even argue for Sword, just because we'll be able to start using that.
Maybe we should
utilizing that more.
Maybe we should now get Sword because they bolted her in response. Unless you want, I mean, I still think it's viable to get Batterskull.
I mean, I think the Batterskull is just like probably the best thing we have against them in general. And like the only reason to me I would get the Sword is if it's something I could start using theoretically before I hit 5 mana in that scenario. And that's where it's like if we had a big threat like Lingering Souls, it's like you could just slap it up. Whereas like Kaya's Guile, Tourach are not as good in this matchup with it.
Agreed. Yeah, we just want to draw runner lands at this point. Go Guile into kick Tourach into hardcast.
Oh, wow.
That's nice for us.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
interesting.
We're drawing the lands. Sweet.
Concealed Courtyard, perfect time.
Yeah, better than last time's appearances for sure. So the only question here is, do we gain 4 or make a Spirit?
I think we gain 4 because we have the Tourach we can play next turn, and we have the Batterskull Germ theoretically.
Yes.
And then the question is, do you want to wait for their turn? Because it's instant speed?
Yeah, probably.
Try and see if they dump all their mana into spells.
Yeah, then no, that's totally fair.
And I think that'd be good because we can play Kaya's Guile in response to them casting any other creatures.
Yes, which we absolutely will if they do.
So I got to be honest, we went from an awful matchup to probably a pretty good matchup in Mono Red Prowess.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right, just gotta hope they can't dump their hand too hard here because we need Tourach to X for 1 them. And
I mean, so they have 3 cards, but they'll only really be able to cast 1 of them.
Yeah, there are the free spells and everything.
Tourach will,
but
I would say Tourach will get them hellbent at least.
Yeah, but it looks like you're right, and unfortunately, Tourach is still only a 4/3 after kicked and pretty vulnerable to their removal, but still going to be a great play. Dauthi Voidwalker, not the greatest in this matchup.
I think we're still just Touraching it up.
Absolutely.
And then
trying to draw an untapped land for
next turn.
Skull.
Yeah, next turn if we can hit not Concealed Courtyard. Or Mr. Shambles with the Batterskull.
Yep.
And the old border Tourach looks pretty good. Looks pretty sexy, if I do say so myself.
I'm a fan.
Oh wow, we got a good card out. We got a Skewer. pretty good out of their
Flame
hands.
Rift, yeah, some
Flame
decent
Rift?
hits.
Oh, yeah, those are really good discards.
Exactly. And unless they have just straight up removal for Tourach, we probably are in a position where we can block Blister Coil Weird here, at least.
Yeah, and still, well, I can kill it at least.
Yeah, they
just had the bolt.
Rough. So they either...
I mean, you can't really be mad at the all bolt, like the 15 bolt deck.
Yeah, true.
Bolt.
True. Wow. Okay, they were gassed up.
All right, that's pretty good for them. But
Yep.
they last card in hand was a bolt effect, and then they found another one.
Exactly. But you know what? They're totally out of gas. We got to fade Bedlam
Yeah, we just need
Reveler,
to land
we gotta
here,
draw
and
land.
this Batterskull is going to
Yep.
be huge.
We don't get it.
Or it's a path to exile, so we can
But-
Dauthi and we can path them.
Exactly. Seems okay.
So rather crucially, we've hit the point in the game where they no longer care about like they're no longer tight on mana at all.
Yep, exactly. So path
So
totally
path to exile just does not hurt us anymore. These are the matches you always like. You don't want to cast path until like turn 3,
Yeah,
4
exactly.
at the earliest.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, we're past that key point where I'm helping them.
Oh my god.
I do gotta say though, it's pretty good that we pulled the like the one instant speed basically reaction spell.
Yeah.
Reveler in the deck.
Yeah, that's the only card that main deck answers Rev at instant speed, but we're blacklisted, bro.
It's still
We're
brutal. It's
blacklisted.
still brutal that they found. Like, so yeah, their last 2 draws were Lightning Bolt and Bedlam Reveler.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think we just went from like 60-40 to like 20-80. In theory,
Yeah.
they could still like totally whiff from here. We draw land for the skull, we get there, but that's the only draw that flips that so hard. But that's where we're at. So there is a tension between pathing one of the ones about to chunk us for 3 versus pathing the Rev, but
They're only going to hit us for 2.
I think they're going to flash back.
It's in the exile zone, it said.
Oh, sorry, you're right. So
He discard. Yeah.
yeah,
Because
and
Dauthi Voidwalker
we can
stepping
now lava
up
dart
big.
them. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So we're going to get hit for 6.
Yeah, I think we do
So
still have
basically,
to answer the Rev.
yeah. Like, the problem is if the Reveler survives, we probably just die next turn.
Yep, and even with one spell of any kind, the Rev can attack into our Batterskull, whereas these things need a bunch of help to attack into the skull.
Yeah.
All right.
That's funny. Yeah, the Voidwalker doing his thing.
Yeah,
with the
definitely.
exiling the. Well, Fatal Push isn't awful, but it's not.
No.
You have to sack. So how does Voidwalker's ability work again?
Yep, we have to sack and then we cast it for free, so we can main phase Lava Dart the Weird and then pass holding up push, and then it's just like.
Oh, I
one
was
Swifty
I
we
was
have to
thinking
beat.
more. Having the Batterskull in hand's awkward because I was almost thinking like, do we just get Reveler to like have a big body? But
okay, so that's
the,
in Exile, but without a Voidwalker, or without a Void counter.
Oh, okay. Never
Because
mind.
we exiled it.
All right,
with
you're right.
Path. Yeah.
Yeah, with path. Yeah, never mind. You're right. You're right.
So,
So,
I think we do just.
Yeah, the
Lava
options
Dart
are
the
to kill
Weird.
2 of them.
Yeah.
I think we just need to swing in first. Oh no, you have to tap it. Never
You have
mind.
to tap. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just Fatal Push something
Yep.
to Bolt's trickery in response.
Ooh, man, oh man.
Second Reveler. That would be,
Don't even
that
say
would be brutal.
it. Oh my god. They found it. No, they found Lava Spike though.
Found Spike. Well, we'd be
pretty
dead
good.
if we didn't have Fatal Push.
Yep. I still think we don't crack clearing and just like try to draw the land for
No, we just need a land, yeah. We're also just dead to like top deck Bolt here, which is unfortunate.
Exactly.
I want Kaya's Guile or not that. That is exactly what we don't want.
I think now we have to crack clearing.
Yeah. We did it.
That's a little tough to see, not gonna lie.
Play it as the white one at least, just because we have the Urborg.
Yep. That's a little tough to see. That just feels like a troll, right? But you know, if they brick for 2 turns now, they have a land off the top, and then they have a non-burn spell.
So they're
off
casting
the top,
something.
They're paying costs.
So hard cast Lava Spike. Oh,
light
all right.
up the stage. Okay.
Stage.
Crash through. Yeah, we're dead. Dead to the light up, actually. Okay, very winnable one.
Well, that was brutal.
That just got wrecked by the Bedlam Reveler off the top and our inability to find another land.
They drew so well, and we just didn't.
We didn't. Plague Engineer could see play here, especially because they have the 1/1 weirds, but I don't know that we'll have room for him. Let's see what we don't like after bringing in Sanctifier, Brutality. Probably all the
Dauthi
Voidwalkers.
Voidwalker. Yeah, it's probably my least favorite there. I like keeping a Thoughtseize normally, just for Bedlam Revelers.
Yep, me too. Vindicate is a little
actually like pretty much everything else we got.
Yeah, I think let's commit.
The only thing would be Thoughtseize or a Vindicate, just because it's just sort of slow.
Yeah, or a Souls for the same reason, right? I think one of these 2 cards can probably get cut. Tourach's actually pretty bad here too.
Yeah,
he was good there.
Oh yeah,
but he's kind of a bad card.
Yeah, he's like a 2/1 or a 4/3 even is not really where we want to be.
Bringing in a lot more threats actually than we had.
Yeah,
before.
I think we probably cut the Tourach, go down to 1 Tourach, and then if you want to, I could see bringing in Plague Engineer for Vindicate or even the 2nd Tourach. I mean, that would be better. Because he's also just a better blocker against like Bedlam Reveler, where he can trade with it if he has to type deal.
Yeah. Okay. So let's. I'm not sure whether we should be on the 2nd Souls or the 1st Tourach. Maybe on the play the 1st Tourach and we cut a Souls, and then on the draw we make that reverse swap.
All right.
Looks like a pretty good 60 though. I'm no matter how you tweak around the edges, I'm feeling like we should have a pretty good matchup here. Like
I thought that last game until they pulled
Yeah.
That seems to be the recurring theme of me being on leagues with you. Is man, that was bad. That was some really bad luck.
I would love to be able to blame you, but I've had a ton of fun with MH2, but I'm just getting handed a lot of kind of auto losses in certain games, unfortunately. In one of those kind of downtick variance valleys, if you will. But still getting respectable results overall. And this is this is an amazing hand.
So he typed in ops.
Special ops. That was
operations.
Whoa. Leyline of Punishment.
Oh, is that the one where it's can't gain life? That's pretty bad. Well, you got the Vindicate at least.
They're keeping 7 with the Leyline of Punishment. Bruh.
Good thing we got that good thing we got that Vindicate.
Yeah, for real. 2 Vindicates. And wow.
That's pretty that's another card I've seen that before, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, the The more common one is the one that taxes you, the other red line that taxes you with 2 damage whenever you target the player or the permanent they control. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's the other ley line, though. The other red ley line.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think we should play Sanctifier out first in light of this.
And just Vindicate? Well, you don't think just Vindicate, and then...
Well, Vindicate's on 3. We gotta do something on 2.
Yeah.
You know, if we draw something else to do, then maybe that. But I'm just deciding, like, if we don't draw anything else, which one of these to play first in light of that.
You're probably Sanctifier.
Yeah.
Sanctifier's got some sweet artwork, too.
I love it. Love everything about the way this card looks, and it's powerful as hell. Leyline of Punishment. Alright, hopefully they kept a really bad 7 on the strength of that leyline.
Considering they did nothing turn 1, I'm going to assume that's the case.
I think that's a good sign.
Concealed Courtyard.
We're going to draw that a lot today, aren't we? Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be bad.
Concealed Courtyard never arrives late, nor does it early. It arrives precisely when it means to. Which is sometimes tapped and loses you the game.
Yeah. It's where high society and dark opportunity intersect. So imagine thinking that we know better than the people who meet in the Concealed Courtyard. It's just not the case.
Yeah.
We just have to accept their decisions. One cool thing I'd like to mention about Sanctifier is that it doesn't even hose our Lingering Souls. ETB,
oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because it's...
At ETBs, it's basically a rest in peace for black or red cards, right? So ETB gets rid of all of them, and static replacement effect, whatever you want to call it, continues to get rid of them.
It's just funny. I guess the meta is so like focused on black and red that the Sanctifier just kind of works.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of Grave Hate.
Pretty much, man. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Kiln Fiend is kind of a must answer, but
yeah, because if they have they could have trample cards for it.
Yeah, we know they play Crash.
We do have 2 Vindicate.
Yep.
Yeah,
so do you want to just Vindicate the Kiln Fiend?
I think we just Vindicate the Kiln Fiend. And just pass, sitting back to block.
Okay.
In case they like run out of haste threat and throw out some stuff.
Yep.
And then next turn we can Vindicate the Leyline of Punishment, and he typed in a 1. Ops 1.
Ops 1.
Should type back too.
Note that this also says damage can't be prevented, so if they have...
I didn't even realize that. I did not even realize it says damage can't be prevented.
Another Kiln Fiend.
Second Kiln Fiend. Oh, that's pretty brutal.
Alright, let's...
Hopefully we pull a Fatal Push or a Path here.
We draw a
or Dam.
That's alright.
That's not bad. So basically, do we kill the Kiln Fiend again, or do we kill... So we can kill the Kiln Fiend and run out the Stoneforge this turn.
We can.
And then...
yeah. That's probably
and then if we
correct,
find...
right?
And if we find a 5th land, we can Kor Firewalker and Vindicate, or put in the equipment and Vindicate next turn. Three star. I'm assuming that's not a nice word.
Yeah, I think I like your play here.
Because this way, like if we find the 5th land, it pretty much opens up the entire hand.
Yep.
Like for possibilities. And he dropped coffee on keyboard.
Oh no. All right, should we attack now? It's an interesting question, right? I mean, they would be running out threats if they had them, with haste threats, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of inclined to get in here.
Yeah, you can. I'm always like, I always play super cautiously against the mono red decks unless I know I'm more or less clear to go in. Unless it's like a Batterskull or something, I tend to, or like a Lingering Souls where it's not like they would really block much anyway.
I think in general,
But I just want the damage not being able to be protected.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
prevented
thinking.
Is probably worth it.
You know, there is some scope to getting Fire and Ice here, because they probably can't, unless they can answer it. I don't see how they stop Sanctifier with it.
Yes, so I'm very good with either, especially considering we have the Kor Firewalker for life gain.
Yeah.
I think Sword is a really good spot here.
Let's try it.
We get to play one of the coolest cards in Magic.
Yep.
Like that Knight dude. I always wished that the dude in the artwork, that Knight guy, got a card. It's like he looks so cool.
That's a really good call. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah, big fan of this. I mean, I can't even quite tell what's going on with the helm and what's underneath it, but it's definitely
he's just like a dude wearing some really cool armor and like a tunnel somewhere, holding a sword. Yeah,
in a tunnel. Yep. Lighting up the tunnel. So interestingly, they didn't have a removal for SFM on the end step. They're lava darting us to turn on.
Yeah, light up. They did the exact same thing with the lava dart too.
So we can
smash to smithereens.
We can play around that by just delaying our.
By just not doing it next turn. Yeah. Pretty funny.
Yep.
Dang, they really had a bad hand with that ley line. Like they had the double
did.
Kiln Fiend, and it's like we were able to answer that. So it's like they just got nothing.
And
we found the land.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I think we go Kiln Fiend and then Kor Firewalker this turn.
Vindicate.
Or not Kiln Fiend, Vindicate. Vindicate.
All right, yeah, I like it.
Stuff's lining up now.
Yes.
It's weird that a Concealed Courtyard, the entire text box is white, but on Godless Shrine, it's half white and half black.
True. Very true.
A little random, but I just noticed that.
All right, nice.
We did it.
Very nice. So we drew a lot of hate cards, but they had the answer to those hate cards. Fourth Vindicate might be necessary given those ley lines.
Yeah, with the...
I think we can cut Tourach on the draw. We talked about maybe like a Lingering Souls coming back on the draw, but maybe with this in mind, we don't want to raise our curve even further. Like if we think it's maybe better than Plague Man on the draw, just because it's more of an X for one, that would be what I see it competing with.
That's the only thing I'm looking at possibly swapping for it.
Do you have a preference? I don't care either way, really.
I think I'd rather lean towards Souls a little bit, just because it can basically chump for longer, or against like multiple things if we need it to.
You're right.
Like there have been scenarios where just the bodies have like saved me for like where it's like you need one turn, and the bodies can give that to you for multiple targets.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of Lingering Souls, it was funny. I was playing a game. What was it, Friday? And I played against Emrakul through the Breach, and I had a flashback to 2 Lingering Souls before that. So the Emrakul hit me for 15. I survived the hit. I just sacked a bunch of soul tokens. One because of it.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't remember what it was, but I had a similarly satisfying win against Emrakul where I just had only one. I was at 1 life with 1 threat and 1 with that 1 threat. Can't remember what it was.
Nice.
No lands, nothing else.
You don't need lands to play Magic.
Exactly. All right, opponents going back to the drawing board pretty heavily. What I don't know what they wouldn't already have had in. I did have just a slight fear about Kozilek's return in that spot where they just scooped, so that made me think they don't even have it in the deck to draw toward. But it's possible they're trying to bring it in now. I think it just should have been in the first place, right? But I don't know what else they'd be really tanking over here. Kind of tough to say. We're not supposed to play Paracelian, are we?
Kozilek's Return wouldn't kill either of the two pro-red creatures, though, would it?
Yes, it is devoid. It's colorless.
Oh,
And
you're right.
that's why it sees play, because it hoses Aureate Champion, and that's why it started seeing play.
You're right.
It kills like our whole deck. That card's nutty against us, especially when we're bringing in our pro-reds.
Yeah.
This hand's a little underwhelming, but we probably
interesting hand. It's like, yeah, I think the Fatal Push and the Dam is not like awful. It's just like, okay, we'll play a turn 5 Batterskull. Like, see if that's enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Another Leyline of Punishment opener. That is brutal.
Another 7 with Leyline. We're getting put to the test today, my friend.
Yeah, we probably should have mulled.
I don't know, dude. I think this is like... Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Oof. That was not what we wanted to draw.
No, but we're going to hardcast Batterskull. At least.
Indeed, hardcast Batterskull. If he swings in just for 1, I don't think we Fatal Push it.
I think we do. Because it could turn on Light Up the Stage, mainly.
Alright.
That's the main reason. Otherwise, I would be down to kind of see, but I think we do. Because also, this is a Kiln Fiend deck. They're relatively likely to just tap out for a Kiln Fiend. We can dam it, and we're keeping up.
Yeah. Well, I was more thinking if they did a Kiln Fiend, I'd rather pushed it so we could try to sweep them with a dam if they had more.
Yeah, oh my god.
But that may have been...
Okay.
That is not what we want to see. Just all the lands all day.
Yeah, dude. You couldn't make it up. So, are we going to try to just, like, win with a sweeper? Or do we want to just take the 1-for-1? You know...
It's an interesting spot, but it's one of those things where if they play a Kiln Fiend next turn, we probably just lose.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, if they had it, they would play it. If they had other threats, they would probably play those. Like, they're not playing around a sweeper, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, if you want to try and just jam the dam, hopefully if we find something else. I just realized that rhymed.
Jam the dam. Because it rhymes, we're going to do it.
Yes. Your deck is too much for me.
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see, Weckies. Weckis.
Wakais?
We've got a Feord out, though. It's live. Their keyboard could stop working because of the coffee stuff.
Yes, they did. They did drop coffee on it. We never know. Well, they've played a Landon, and they passed. Oh my! Wow, you were right. All right, they kept another bad hand.
All right, can we draw relevant anything? Maybe Liliana?
Vindicate.
He calls the shot. Let's go. All right, we're just vindicating for efficiency, right? Like we'll want
Vindicate
that at some point.
ley line.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing a 5 ticks deck. Say modern. I would say mono red Prowess can do that.
Mono red Prowess.
That's also why he doesn't have a Kozilek's Return in the deck.
Yeah, that card's like...
Probably explains that.
Last I looked, that card was about 7 ticks by itself.
Yeah.
Look, our 5 ticks tournaments are spreading.
Yes.
Okay.
Reaching to the general population.
Exactly. We'll take an Inquisition. Could get a reactive card. Could get like a artifact removal spell. That'd be really good.
Fire the Inquisition cannons.
Somebody quoted you saying that on a recent co-play. I think it was Mirabito. He goes, as Feord would say, fire the Inquisition cannons. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they are sitting on the Bedlam Reveler.
I think we're just taking Skewer so they can't do 4 damage to the Batterskull Germ.
I agree.
And then they have 2...
They only have
just
1.
instant sorcerers. They only have 1, yeah.
That was the...
So Bedlam's still 7 mana, yeah.
Yep. Okay. They're doing stuff.
How rude.
Very rude.
we were playing a friendly game of no burn spell magic.
Ouch, that burned. That really hurt. Owie. I definitely, like, no shade whatsoever to OP. I love, like, the... Oh, come on, deck. I love this.
His deck is awesome. Like, Mono Red Prowess is a sweet deck.
I love the spirit of 5 ticks, and I love I respect people's desire not to spend more than they need to on this game, and I also just love the notion of, the creativity that goes into it. But what I don't understand is if your budget is that small, why play it in a league? Because the league itself costs double that, right? But maybe
I understand that, but I also think my secondary question, my follow-up question for that is, I guess, also just the format, where it's like, I'm sure 5 ticks could get you a good deck in other formats that are cheaper than Modern, even Legacy.
Also true.
Funny enough, probably.
Also true.
So that's where kind of my follow-up to that is.
Yep.
But
oh my god. Okay.
I mean, we're attacking here, right?
Yeah, but let's like.
Because they're tapped out.
Find anything. It also really sucks that they drew the land, which...
Well, he just typed dead.
Dead.
His keyboards must have went dead.
There it is. There's our win.
Oh, no.
Sorry, we... Ooh.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, we shouldn't attack because they have the Lava Dart to flashback.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
So we just got to play this. Hope they haven't dug toward...
Hope they haven't found an artifact removal.
Yep. Bro. Look at this disgusting flood.
Yeah, this is insane. But the fact that we're still in this with all of this, too, is, like, wild to me.
Dead I'm. Uh-oh. Opponent says
I'm hoping he means him. I'm hoping he means him and not us. It's not like some sort of a trick to try and get us to say I'm dead on camera and then, like, lose. That's what I'm hoping it's not.
I mean, how could they be so pessimistic right now? Okay, another ley line. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad.
That's brutal.
We're not going to gain 6 now. We're just going to gain 0 and try to race. But we are going to hit for 8 and draw a card off of this.
Yeah, we...
Or 6, rather.
Unless we just pull a second Vindicate, of course.
Yeah. All right, deck. Come on, you owe us. You owe us a really good top deck. Oh my goodness. I think they probably should have used Lava Dart to main phase that, TBH.
Mountain.
They missed out on this crash through damage. Yeah, that was a bit of a punt. Bit of a punt.
Yeah, they actually missed out on a couple damage. So they had Lava Darted, light up. They could have done all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we would be at 7 if they had. Alright, we can kill that. That's no problem. Just gotta find Vindicate for the ley line and get a big life swing, and we should be okay.
If we find a Vindicate, we're probably... Like, we're super in this. If we don't, then it's Kaya's Guile.
That's pretty good.
Swing in.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would equip, swing in, shock the weird, and then Kaya's Guile.
Exactly.
And we can't gain life, unfortunately. So, I would, and he's already at 6 lands, so I would probably make a Spirit.
Let's just see what we draw.
Or we could, yeah. Well, I'm just assuming we're going to draw another land. That's all we've done so far.
You wouldn't go broke betting on that. Pow. Lily of the Veil? That might be better.
I kind of like Lily of the Veil more right now. Lily of the Veil down tick, because we can try to set up a gain life with Kaya's Guile later if we find a removal spell.
Yep, or
if we find another Vindicate.
We can even you just use 3 of the 4 modes fully entwined, even if it's not even if we can't get out from under the ley line.
Yeah, but this was a huge pull. Really, lol.
Really? Yeah. Really? The mid-range deck actually drew a spell or two. Imagine
the
that.
mono. I was gonna say the black-based mid-range deck has a Liliana of the Veil. What is this?
OOP. I was feeling so warmly toward you. You just don't know.
I do want to point out this is turn 7. We have not missed a land drop. We got him dead in 2 right now.
You know, we didn't talk about this, but it might actually have been optimal to use Guile anyway there instead of Lily to just clear out their graveyard. I know they're kind of close to a hardcast rev anyway, but they're not able to do it right now.
I thought about that, and I just figured basically the amount of cards in their graveyard probably just didn't warrant it.
Yeah, I definitely understand. And, like, getting the Lily down is good, because if they don't have haste to pressure her, which they don't seem to.
Well, what's pretty amazing is we can kill this Kiln Fiend, and they can't stop it, because it doesn't get plus toughness. Only gains power. So the Sword of Fire, nice. Showing why it's the best sword. Boom.
Okay, we did it. That was a lot harder than it probably needed to be. Opponent makes one or two stumbles, right? 1 or 2 misplays. Not that we necessarily played perfectly. And they were on a 5-tick deck. But, we got some bad variants. They kept Leyline 7s both games post-side, and the Leyline effects were super relevant. And we still come through. So all in all, we'll take that, right? We're back. Well, how about another rhyme? We're on the board, Feord.
Yes.
had to do it. All right, good times. On to round 3. Let's go. Maybe not.
I know you have 5-0'd you have 5-0'd on a donation league on your own, but not a co-play.
Exactly. Yep. The co-play.
I know you 5-0'd my my Abzan list.
Yeah, dude.
My first modern list ever.
And there were no Abzan lists published, for the previous 3 months. And I was like, okay, so this is gonna get a DL published. This is sweet. And then somebody else 5-0s too, and that when it gets published, I was like,
and they get their infinitely worse list published.
Yeah, it was infinitely worse. You're right. We're keeping this, right?
Yes.
We're against Braids 88. Braids is now legal in Modern. Be careful.
Yes. So we can. So we're gonna do the juke, right? We're gonna get the Kaldra, and then on turn 3, when we try to flash it in, we're instead gonna flash in the sword. Just go, gotcha.
And then we're gonna type ops.
It's just worse to do.
And then we're gonna say, "Whoops, spilled coffee on my keyboard."
We're gonna say, "Oh, wait."
Then the scoop and go to game 2.
I was like, the classic line is when when you fetch the sword and do that.
Yeah,
but
for real. But we're gonna next level with the opposite.
Wait a minute.
Wait just a darn minute. Okay, I like Thoughtseize. I really like that this Aether Vial deck mulliganed to 5.
I think we Thoughtseize because of the.
Well, I was gonna say I still think we go SFM.
Just SFM?
Yeah, just because it's more mana efficient, and they might really struggle to stop us, given their maul. And also, next turn, this allows us to double spell. So even though they're probably a Path to Exile deck, I still think we get Kaldra here more than Batterskull. Make him beat it. We can also Thoughtseize to clear the way for it, too.
Yeah. Or they can path the Stoneforge instead of the Kaldra Germ.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty good for us, too.
Mm-hmm. We'd take that for sure.
Oh, it's a Stoneforge. It's taxes.
Yep. Cool. So, interestingly...
They got their own Kaldra.
Yeah.
So now we'll Thoughtseize it.
Well...
And
yes, we will Thoughtseize it, either way. One thing we could do is play Dauthi Voidwalker into Thoughtseize and then have the Kaldra off of Voidwalker and another Kaldra in our hand.
I like that.
Do you
like
want to do
that? Yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
Oh,
are they
they're
gonna let us? What are they gonna violin? Well, we'll see.
for 1 mana. What are they violing? Oh, it's probably Giver of Runes
Esper
or
Sentinel.
Elders.
Oh, that's actually
Sentinel.
pretty good.
All right. Oh, let's them draw a card.
Yep. Oh, but we just draw a Fatal Push. Okay,
I
so
still like the line we had.
yeah, they're gonna draw off of it though. Like I like the line too, but I think my instinct here is just to say, okay, push your Sentinel, Thoughtseize your Kaldra.
All right.
Like it's more boring, right? But
it's a lot more boring. But okay.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing.
I want to go on black, right? Or do you want? I guess we don't need to. I was thinking for the Voidwalker Thoughtseize play. But yeah, we don't need to if we're not doing that.
I think, yeah, it's edge cases if we need either. So let's just get a second white. Boring play, but hey, Fatal Push is a good draw at least. But like we don't want them to unmulligan at all here. Yeah. Flicker Wisp, Kaldra Compleat, Valia.
So they'll probably Flicker Wisp next turn, like get something else with the Stoneforge.
If they draw land. Otherwise they cannot.
And they didn't draw land, it looks like.
So
they're flashing in the Thalia?
Probably. Oh.
Oh, so they drew a second Stoneforge.
Okay. Well, they're kind of gassing out here.
Get a Batterskull this time.
Yep. That's actually not bad if we draw land next turn.
Yeah.
But for now, do we just play get the Kaldra in?
I think so. It doesn't have Vigilance, does it?
No. But maybe they'll forget about one of its keywords and go for a double block or something and get wrecked.
That Flicker Wisp is just going to kill it.
I think that's kind of okay. Like, it's arguably better than them Flicker Wisping for another piece of equipment because we have no removal spells. I guess we could have played like a Voidwalker or Stoneforge or something, or tried to set up the Sword of Fire and Ice, but...
Well, you definitely need to be doing something here.
Yeah. Oh man, this is punishing though, because they're able to empty their whole hand now.
Yeah.
Because they drew a land. Oh, the Flicker Wisp was in the hand, I accidentally closed it up.
We know the Flicker Wisp, though.
Yep. Yeah, now we draw the land a turn too late.
Yeah, so we cast him, he's just going to flash in the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah. Well, we can just go. We can get a Batterskull and flash that in. Yep.
I think we fetch up the Stoneforge, fetch up the Batterskull, flash it and try to hook up the sword to it type deal. Go on that plan.
Exactly. Tourach Pro White could be relevant too, down the road.
Oh, if we could hook up the equipment to him, that would be really good.
Yeah. Maybe we attack first to draw the Flicker Wisp before we show them the second SFM.
Yeah. I guess the question, are we taking the trade if they offer it with their Batterskull?
We'll see. I'm not sure. Interesting situation. Kind of rough that we have only drawn one removal spell. Ooh, Mishra's Factory.
Are you swinging in the Batterskull?
Yep.
So going for a. No, I think it's interesting that like a lot of the changes we made, I think made our deck worse against taxes too.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We're taking the trade, right?
I think we have
or
to.
Or are we not going to?
No,
yeah.
I think we should. I think we should. Giver. Oof. Okay, Path is a card. A little kind of have to target the Giver, but it's a card.
Play Path, and then...
Well, Path is going to cost 2. Do we just get a sword going here?
I think we play out Tourach, because he's pro-white, so he can block something at least.
Well, okay, what happens if we flash in a sword with one and equip the other one? It's a 3/4. Like, that's going to kill something. Unless
yes, but then we don't kill Giver of Runes.
I think that's okay. Like, for one turn. Or we could kill Giver with a trigger, right? Unless they jump block.
Because, well, what I was thinking is we play Tourach this turn, Path, and then we can play and hook up sword to Tourach. So that way he can start swinging past everything and start clearing stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I just don't know if it's better than starting to swing this turn. That's all. Like, is them chump blocking is similar to us connecting with the sword in so far as keeping the board down goes. Obviously, we're not drawing if they chump block. I think either one's good. Yeah, if you want to play the Tourach, I will. I think it's close. You still there? We're back. So
it cost us.
I was just. So you want to play the Tourach?
Yeah, that was my thought.
Sure.
When you're back up, if you could share the screen again.
Yep.
Perfect.
Then we say go.
Yeah. Oh, well, I thought. All right. Yeah.
We don't need to.
Yeah, because we can also flash the sword in, or we could.
Exactly.
We can path or put the sword in this way. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Unless you wanted to path. Actually, hold on. Before you. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say before we passed, there was thought to pathing the Flicker Wisp because that's their only flyer.
Yeah.
So they couldn't swing past us. That was my only.
I get it, but I think if we're pathing something, it's got to be Giver.
All right.
Like I assume we can win the race starting next turn unless they draw the stuff they really
That's
need.
certainly the hope.
Yeah.
That is certainly the hope.
Flickeros can be
like,
the first thing we tag.
Yeah, we're definitely like behind right now, but oh wow. He's making the 2/2.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Maybe they go for an all-out attack here. Looks like it. Okay. So now we probably do want a path.
I would, path now. So whatever
the Giver is gonna...
Whatever he chooses to block, we can then put the Tourach in front of. And we put a Stoneforge in front of the 2/2, right?
Yeah, probably. Well, okay, so these blocks are free, right? So we could just take 5.
So unless he Giver of Runes Thalia to make it pro-black, and we can't block the Thalia.
Yeah, but if we go to block successfully...
All right.
Then I think we just block, take 5.
Okay.
And then end step path or put in a sword or whatever.
Yeah.
So another alternative is to get a kill here. Or force the giver to tap to keep that alive.
I like just blocking as much damage as possible here.
Okay.
Because there's also a Stoneforge, and he has 2 of them, so it's not like killing one of them is going to do very much.
Sure. All right.
So we're taking 5. Do you want to path the giver at the end step, or do you want to flash in the sword at the end step?
I think flashing in the sword makes a little more sense.
Oh, actually, yeah, because if we draw a land, we could Batterskull, hook up the Batterskull as well.
Yeah,
so we
I
could
think
have,
this gives
we
us
couldn't do both, but yeah.
This gives us more options in general, though.
Yeah.
Kaya's Guile. All right, so equip and attack, first order of business.
Hook up sword, yeah, before anything else. Unfortunately, Kaya's Guile's costing 4 mana, so we can't do that if we find a land.
Yep.
So then do we want to ping the... I feel like we need to ping the Flicker Wisp, right? To stop his 3 power.
Possibly.
Because we're already at 7.
Okay, probably not going to hit.
I think we just need to path the giver, in all honesty.
You want to main phase that?
Because
they're going to give something protection in response if we don't.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if that matters too much, but yeah.
Like, we're going to give them another land for, like, Batterskull shenanigans, but,
yeah.
Alright, let's hope this is good enough. It's looking like it should be. Tourach plus sword is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So if they draw another land, they can bounce Batterskull and then replay it at instant speed, which they have. And another Mishra's Factory at that. That's actually pretty scary.
They could also just equip the Batterskull, yeah, so I thought they were going to go for. So we need to find a Batterskull for our Tourach is really what we need. We need to find a land for that.
Yep.
Chump. I would definitely chump that with a Stoneforge.
Okay.
Because we're just dead if you don't.
Or you could block both and go to 1, but yeah, I think chumping's good. Man, that was rough. Okay. But let's see what we can find. Fatal Push?
We can Fatal Push the Thalia at least. Yeah. So I think we wait for their turn. So I think we start with...
No, don't we push and attack right away with Tourach?
Tourach is pro.
Oh, yeah, white. So we don't... You're right.
Yeah, so we just attack. Wait so he can't replay... Like, wait until he attacks type deal.
Yeah, okay.
Unless he, like, runs out something. Because we can just do it in response to anything. So I would go with just an attack first. Like, shock a Stoneforge to start clearing out more of the board. Yeah, because if we do it at his attack step, he can't re-equip the Batterskull. Yep. That's why we wait.
No, you're absolutely right. Okay, there's a land.
Found a land. I would play it tapped, just because it's going to shock us.
We might as well play Voidwalker too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tap land, Voidwalker.
Unless you want to Inquisition.
Yeah, it's either Inquisition. I mean, Inquisition might be a good play now. I don't know. I think that's real close.
I have no idea what he has in hand.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think we're going to use that, but it's real tough. Okay, Vial, sure. Hey, grew the Tourach.
Yeah, we did it. No, yeah, and then on his like attack step.
Yep, exactly.
Fatal Push to Thalia.
Mm-hmm. And then hopefully the life gain of Kaya's Guile can help beat the Mishra's Factory beats. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What is he blinking?
What are you viling in on 3? Skyclave apparition.
Skyclave. Hidden the Stoneforge. So we're going to take 1 here.
Yep. Well, we're going to take 5 probably with the factories.
Oh, shit, I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of the factories. That's unfortunate.
Very.
We at least have the land, so we can have an untapped Tourach, though, next turn, because we'll Batterskull him. So we'll gain a bunch of life off of that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, man, this is so intense, dude. I'm so behind on the clock. Holy moly, didn't even notice.
That's because the internet cut out for a couple minutes there.
Yeah, that didn't help, but I'm also...
This is definitely a thought-provoking matchup.
For sure.
Just to quit Batterskull, attack in, shock the Skyclave, not Stoneforge.
Yep.
So that way we can get the 2/2 to trade with a factory if we need to. Because Skyclave officially making our Stoneforge Mystic better for us right now.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Tourach, let's go. Sword of Fire and Ice, let's go. Batterskull, let's go. Oh man,
dude, we may have been able to come back from that awful board state. Just like claw our way back into it.
Oh man, well navigated, dude.
There were a lot of interesting spots there.
Very. What do you think any outs are that they could have here?
Things I don't. So if they find like another Skyclave, they could hit like the sword or whatever.
Right.
But I don't think they have an out to Tourach right now.
All right, so let's just play a land, go to attacks, I guess.
The only other option would be, yeah, I think that's probably best. The only other thing would be like Liliana downtick to kill Stoneforge.
Which I don't think matters.
Oh, he could be planning on bouncing Batterskull and putting it back in response to the attack.
Then we've got Kaya's
then we'll still just kill it.
Yeah, or kill
yeah,
it,
we'll also just kill it.
Yeah.
Because it's only a 4/4. We're like a 9/8 now. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's just gonna jump.
Yep.
So we'll just gain 9 life.
Yeah, seems good. All right. Then pathing the factory.
It. Oh, so we don't get any life.
Yeah, well, that's pretty
so he's denying the life link.
Yep. No, I think just Lily tick down pass.
Yeah, I like that. Because we don't have literally anything else to fetch with that Stoneforge. Is probably going to activate his second factory, or he's just Yeah, he can either activate the second factory to take it, or he's going for another chump, I think, with it.
Yeah. So do you want to play Voidwalker here or hold up Guile?
I think we hold up Guile. I think we're in such a commanding position.
Yep.
We probably just want to play it safe.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think it matters.
We have lethal right now. Well, we have lethal right now on board.
Yeah, we do.
So it's
GQ, GG.
So on our turn, we just attack, and then when he makes the Mishra's factory a thing, we just Kaya's Guile.
That's right. Or we can main phase.
Or we just Vindicate it right now. Yeah,
that is cool.
Main phase Vindicate it.
Boom.
That also works. Session lag? Or is he just tanking over conceding or not? Dang, the fully equipped Tourach getting in there.
Very spicy. Very nice. All right, well navigated, and I got to play quicker post side, but I think we're probably just going to win the second game too, because look at our sideboard options.
That is certainly the hope. Obviously, we got to bring Sanctifier and en-Vec in here.
Sanctifier on Vec. Oof. Taxing the taxes player. Maybe Kor Firewalker, too, while we're at it.
Yes. Yeah, they'll never see it coming.
Kataki's a little cheesy. Kataki could punish a Vile progression. I don't know if we're supposed to do that. I'm leaning toward no.
I could see, like, maybe as a one-of. I don't think we bring 3 in, though.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we cut a lot of the discard in this matchup, just because they also get their hand out quickly.
They sure do.
Thoughts on trimming a Dauthi?
Yeah, I was just going to say Dauthi is probably our worst threat, and honestly, I could see a Kataki over something, over a Dauthi, or maybe over a Souls. Why don't we play one?
Souls is really good in this. This is one of the matchups Souls is really good in.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, is like, before Modern Horizons 2, a Deadguy, I was like, I looked at, taxes as like a super, like, it's like one of the best matchups I could run into a lot of the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Tourach's a beating in this matchup. The
Tourach,
pro white.
dude.
I didn't even think of death and taxes when I was thinking pro white.
This guy is good. He's really well designed. As much as I would love him to Tourach, it's a card that you would be a little bit mad to put into Modern. Or at least you'd be committing to making it a different game than the one you've been making.
Yeah.
I think we keep hope for the third land.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Opponent mauls, you love to see that, but they did maul to 5 in game 1 and really had us
and they
on the
still
ropes for most
kept it
of
really close. Maul to 5 and kept it annoyingly close on a maul to 5.
Yeah, for real.
So do you want to just get a Godless Shrine and push this right off the bat? Or
I think so, yep. The draw Kaya's Guile is just that little bit sketchy, right? Because it's just another 3-drop. We don't have...
I was the only consideration would be to wait until next turn to see what they play for a 2-drop. It's another giver. All right, never mind. We're good.
Okay. I think we damn...
Yeah, I think we're on the game plan, especially considering we have 2 more removal spells and a Lily if we can find the 3rd land.
Yep. Yeah, we have Dam as a catch-up card here, too. It's pretty nice. 3 of them. Just 3rd land. 3rd land off the top. No Shambling Vent. Concealed Courtyard. It'll be your time to shine. Let's go.
Yes.
It's the triple giver progression, huh? All right.
Interesting. Let's see the mission failed.
Mission failed. Man, that's rough. I think that's the only way we lose if we miss the 3rd land.
Yeah, if we just don't hit lands.
Yep.
We're still in it, but it definitely feels
very
bad.
much in it, but I would be feeling about 80-20 if we just went like Lily Edict or something.
Now he's going to Leon and Arbiter. All right, good. He did Leon and Arbiter.
We got the 3rd land, Plague Man.
Oh, we could, let's go. 3rd land and Plague Man looking real fire.
Woo!
Never didn't have it.
Never didn't have it.
So do we go human, or what's Thalia's second thing?
It is soldier, and
soldier?
we do go human, yeah.
Alright. I didn't know if there was any difference between the two in their deck.
I doubt there are other soldiers, and I think it's relatively likely there are other humans.
Alright. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Tourach getting in there, doing the Lord's work.
We're the aggressor.
I mean, Plague Man is probably like the best blocker you can have just from that Death Touch.
Yep. Okay.
Oof.
That's all right. We're functional.
Yeah, we can. Do you want a Lily down tick next turn?
I don't know, because we'll lose around the crackback unless we sit back with Tourach, and sitting back's totally fine.
I mean, we can sit back is okay.
Yeah.
We could also co-brew something if we want to.
Yep.
We could co-brew the Skyclave to get. Oh, he could tap the giver, so we'd have to kill the giver.
Yeah, we got to kill the giver.
Yeah, so we have to. We either have to do a sack ability or kill the giver.
Yeah, I think Lily tick down is the best play, but our hand is good. Like ticking back up is what.
Our hand is great,
right? So that's
what I was saying. I think we just. Although we
Yeah.
could got Kaya's Guile if you wanted to instead. Like we could attack next turn, Kaya's Guile,
Yeah,
attack
I
and
think
like make a
that's
1/1 to block something,
fine. Um,
or just gain 4 life with it.
yeah, I almost just want to like Vindicate or something. Well, I don't know what I want to do.
We have if we the thing is with the targeted we have to target Giver.
Yep.
But if we make them sack, they're probably going to sack the Skyclave, which will give us a 3/3. That's where my thoughts are.
I understand that. Though I don't want a Brutality because I want to be able to double spell when we draw land with Brutality and Voidwalker. So
that makes complete sense. So I think basically the options, at least in my mind, are Lily or Kaya Guile.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
I think Lily's probably like the better overall because like when it's on the battlefield, it can just hang out on the battlefield.
Yeah.
We don't need to do anything with it necessarily.
Agreed for sure. I think it would be the slam dunk option if we like didn't
had a clear
have
pitch
such
too.
a good it had a clear pitch.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Yep. But we have more cards than them. We have probably better cards than them. But they also are reasonably likely to have like a Batterskull in hand or something like that, right?
Yeah. Oh wow, I was not expecting that at all.
Me either.
I was almost certain they were going to sack the Skyclave, keep the Giver, because Giver is such a powerful card.
Sure is.
Good thing we have so many edict effects.
Exactly. All right, there's the fourth land, so we can.
So we could, so the option are we could uptick Lily, discard that land.
Yep.
I like Cobra, kill the Skyclave, played Voidwalker though I think a little more, because then we could
have to pitch Vindicate or Guile. Yeah. Then we're pitching.
We don't have to uptick. I was saying we don't have to uptick.
I think we should uptick though. They have 2 cards in hand. We're gonna get another kill if we do.
And in that case, then I think we pitch the land, and I think we probably Vindicate Skyclave Apparition.
Well, yeah, or we could not uptick though, honestly. But yeah, Vindicate Skyclave gives us a blue blocker for Lily, so let's just do that. We'll just get rid of the land.
It also sets up Kaya's Guile to kill the Auriok champion next turn.
Exactly.
Or another downtick of Liliana to kill the Auriok champion next turn. Either way.
We've got ways and means. The Tourach grows. I love that. It's just so cool.
Oh, he did have a Batterskull in hand.
Yeah, kind of figured.
And then we're swinging in the 3/2, right?
Now we get to attack, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this game has gone much more like the way I feel like taxes that games normally go.
Yes, for sure.
Where it's just we're in this like because we effectively are able to force them to play like a grindy mid range matchup.
Yep.
And we're just like the better deck at it.
Yeah, well said. Agreed. Okay, Esper Sentinel is a good card, but we can.
So if we pull a land, we can double spell they'll draw a card, but we'll be able to Cobra Sentinel and then Kaya's Guile out the Auriok.
Yep. Well, as
fans of the channel might know her as a Bikini Girl.
Bikini Girl, that's right.
Back in the day.
I think I think we just Brutality away the Sentinel, pay for the tax, Edict the Champion, swing first.
Do you want to drain them for 2, ditching this Thoughtseize?
I was going to ask you. I think so.
Yeah, let's do it. I don't know why, but like just draining people for 2 with Collective Brutality brings me joy.
Dude, I know. Because it's... Oh, hold on. If we target... No, it's not targeting. Okay, it's just when you cast. Got it.
Yeah, it's just a cast.
Minus
it's
2,
only their second... it's only like our first non-creature spell too, right?
Yes.
Dude, the pitch of the Lily too with that. Oof. That just is so nice.
Yup. Seems real good. Opponent's got just so many utility lands. Ooh. Ooh,
There's
Arbiter
the Arbiter.
GQ. That's a tough one to see, but we'll close out the game with...
We'll still be on 2 lands at least.
Yeah.
It's not like he's completely land screwing us. And he's at 6 life, so he's
Yeah.
going to have to chump block here next turn to not die.
Yep, and Voidwalker is a good evasive finisher.
Why are shock lands the only lands that are shared text box?
Ooh. Or we can just kill them with Kaya's Guile.
Yes, we can.
Let's
We
go.
can also just kill them.
You sack, I make spirit.
You got a style on him with the 1/1.
Exactly, dude. We got to get your spirits involved somehow.
Yes.
We haven't been drawn.
I wish
Lingering Souls.
MTGO let you. Yeah, I wish MTGO let you pick what tokens you used.
Yeah.
Because I think it's Eldritch Moon. One of them's like the child is like a little girl spirit.
Yes.
And it's just like it's so funny because in paper I'm like I have my child spirit on me.
No, for sure. That is absolutely a big quality of life upgrade that could be implemented in theory. I know
Yes.
it's hard to put things into this 2005 program, but in theory, that was a great idea. Anyway, dude, well navigated. We are back.
That was
on
awesome.
the right side of the column. Let's go 2-1. Crushing taxes through some complicated board states, but ultimately some commanding end board states. And round 4 beckons. Let's go get it. We're doing pretty well with the die rolls. We're doing not so well with like really good opening hands, but because we're on the play, we can possibly keep this one.
Yeah, I think this is a really sketchy keep. Yeah, I could see going either way with it.
Me too.
I'll leave it in your capable hands.
Well, honestly, I don't feel we've been punished for keeping the slowish value hands on the play. On the draw, I would mull this. I think I'm just like barely in favor of keeping it here. So
All right.
we'll keep it.
Like I could.
We're asking them to beat 2 powerful cards, right? We're asking them, can you beat Stoneforge Mystic, and then can you beat Lily?
And Liliana.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely a close hand. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Like I could have seen mulliganing it. It's
too.
one of those things where in paper I would probably mull it, but like if I was playing, but I think it's fine either way.
Ooh.
Human. All right.
Let's draw the right half of the deck.
Normally a good matchup, but we don't have the cards for it right now in hand.
Exactly.
Are we getting Kaldra?
I think maybe we want Batterskull here.
We have Batterskull in hand.
You're right. Okay, then then what do we get? Yeah, I mean probably Kaldra. Tourach is interesting though, as in general and as a sword equipped target as well. But yeah, probably.
The thing I'm thinking. So the reason I was thinking sword is Reflector Mage.
Right, and also because we already have one big payoff that...
Yeah, one of the big artifacts. So that way we can get... Because if we can hook up, like, Tourach again with everything, I think we'll be in, like, a really good... Especially considering how many white threats humans run.
Yes, indeed. So we want to fade... We want to fade Thalia and draw a 1-drop. Any kind of 1-drop spell. Ooh. Okay.
So we'll get one of the 2 things, but then we'll be able to kill it with Liliana and just get it back.
For sure. That does kind of take us off of the Stoneforge plan, but that's likely correct. That we know they don't have Champion of the Parish because they would have let on vialing that in, but they take Lily.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's one of the... they took Lily?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's one of the things I like about Deadguy a lot, is you don't have... It's not a deck that kind of forces you on the Stoneforge plan.
Exactly.
Like you can always pivot to other options. It's like, you have good enough threats that just with the equipment, like you can like take over like the Tourach.
Yep. Exactly. So yeah, we're just gonna flash in the skull.
So we're just gonna pass, flash, and
honestly,
do the thing. We're gonna do the thing.
looks pretty. Kick Tourach looks pretty great coming up.
Yeah.
Here. Which you can't expect the discard mode to be too relevant against humans too often. But
no.
Here on the play, on turn 4, curving right out into it, it should be great. Leave behind a 4/3 pro white.
Phantasmal Image, probably targeting Kitesail Freebooter, and it's gonna take whatever our equipment we don't flash in, or he's flashing in a second Kite Shell Freebooter.
Man, can you
which would be
imagine?
brutal.
You've got to be kidding! The
Second
triple
Phantasmal Image.
Yo.
All right. Well, he's gonna get the.
We'll still get to put an equipment in unless they take.
Well, you get
both.
the other one in though, yeah.
Or one. Our will.
No, because he can't take both.
Exactly, ours will resolve.
Yeah, so he takes the Batterskull. We get the sword.
Yep.
So we need to find like a fatal push or something, just to be able to deal with this. Get the Batterskull back. Go from there. Depending on what we draw, I still think Tourach may be our best play next turn though.
It could very well be. Could very well be. Oh, they take Noble Hierarch, so they are gearing up
at that point,
Exalted.
I was gonna say they know we don't. I don't think it's as much that as much as they know we don't. Damn, that's brutal.
Dude.
As much as they know what our hand is.
Yeah.
So they
but guess
know what we can or can't play.
You just called it. We're gonna draw a dam off the top. You just called it.
That would be good, yeah.
Let's go, dam. Let's go, dam.
One dam?
No, but not bad.
Not a dam.
So do we suit up and swing? Try to, we start chewing through the board that way, and...
I think we do. He can chump with the Noble, which isn't very good, but I think we do.
And if they, for some reason, let it through, then we can maybe draw something else, but they're not gonna. Alright, they got 2 rounds of Noble chumping, but Kaya's Guile can force that issue. Next turn. I think it was pretty important to get this suited up, though. We're protected from a Reflector Mage this way.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Attacking for 3.
Sorry.
We'll take that. That's not bad at all as far as clocks go.
My apologies. I had received a text.
Oh, you're good.
We're back.
You're good, you're good. Thoughtseize is interesting. We could catch something with it. Do you want to lead there?
I think we lead on Kaya's Guile.
I think we lead on Guile.
Because we're casting Guile this turn, right?
Yeah.
Just from
we're definitely...
I mean, I guess my thought is what could we catch with Thoughtseize?
Reflector
realistically,
Mage.
that they wouldn't... Okay, yeah. I guess yeah. We go for it.
That's literally it, yeah. I mean, we don't necessarily...
Well, Reflector Mage or Thalia are the two thoughts I have.
Yeah, Thalia,
so
too.
I guess we can go for it.
Okay.
Alright. So then swing it. So do we want to do this, or do we want to swing in first?
I think we want to do this first, because otherwise they're just going to chump with Hierarch again.
Yeah. Alright, so sack, gain 4 life. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I don't know if that's better than the Spirit or not.
So the question is basically, how much will a Spirit token get us for chumping?
Yeah, not as
much
as the 4
how much will
would.
block, but not as much as the 4.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at this, because
Okay.
that's what we'd use it for.
Sure.
If we didn't have a threat, I would be all for the Spirit, so then we could equip the sword to it. But as we already have a threat with the sword equipped, I look at the Spirit as more of just it's going to be a chumper.
Yes, I think that's totally fair. Okay, so they lose the... They give us the Lily back. Pro blue, pro red. Okay.
So he can block with any of his creatures, but we're thinning out the board.
Exactly.
And we're still at 16 life, so we're at a respectable life total.
Yes.
I was say champion seemed like a weird block to me if he had the Noble sitting around.
Indeed.
I was just about to be like, that's a weird choice.
All right. So we knew about that. Okay. Ooh, hot draw. Hot draw
Oh, yeah.
incoming. Lead on Lily, no real reason not to, right?
Yeah, lead on Lily, down tick, right? And
Yep.
then hit the fatal push on basically whichever one of the meddling mage and Kitetail. If he doesn't sack one of those, he's probably sacking the champion. Not I'm talking out loud.
Well, okay, they got a vial. Interesting.
Reflector Mage or Mantis Rider are the only two I can think of. Reflector Mage.
So they might
He can't target.
Right. They're probably just
anything
trying
right
to
now.
keep a blocker around, so hopefully they sack Reflector, letting us just cleanly push the champion and then get in.
Okay,
Right.
and then pop the
Yeah.
Kitetail, right?
Yeah,
With
I think
the sword.
popping either one's good. But yeah,
I think we do the Kitetail just so we can get Batterskull.
that's
'Cause
totally fair.
I think right now I think Batterskull is better than Tourach in
Yep.
this matchup.
Okay, I like it.
That's just where my thought is.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win either way at this point, but
So
think
of course we could get punished if he draws a third Kitetail freebooter.
yeah, or they could draw.
Oh no, those he only had one. He had a bunch of phantasmal images
You could
before.
draw another image naming Batterskull, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
either way, they're just getting wrecked by Sword of Fire and Ice, which is by far
So he's just gonna kill Lily, which is okay.
the MVP of this league, I think.
Yeah, Sword of Fire and Ice is so good.
Yeah, dude.
It's so good.
Kaldra Compleat doesn't even do anything. Oh, they got another meddling mage. That's kind of funny, but
It doesn't stop anything though,
Yeah.
because we can sneak in the Batterskull.
yeah, exactly. We're getting well, or we just attack and kill it with the trigger and then cast it.
Yeah, either way, then play it.
Yeah.
Depends on what we draw. I'm down for just attacking and
Yeah.
playing it.
This is the move.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Kaldra.
Draw
Like it's
Vindicate too.
Yeah.
My goodness.
like Kaldra's a really cool card, but it's not quite as cool as sort of a Light and
No.
Shadow was.
Exactly.
Doesn't have quite the cool factor that the original swords, like the original two printings, with like those two are the coolest to me. 'Cause they got like the dude holding it up, it's not just sword in the air.
For sure. Yeah, the
Well, that-
Kaldra is cool in like a Phyrexian way or in like a, kind of, I don't know, like Transformers type of way, but this is cool in
Yeah.
a high fantasy type of way, and that is my
Yeah.
preference. All right, look at these
That was awesome.
black sideboard cards doing so much work for us.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Felt so good. And all three Thoughtseize can get cut.
Yeah. Dude, they just don't have a single card
Voidwalker.
that Inquisition can't hit.
Yeah, for
You know
real.
what's funny? When we were doing the deck tech, I was really worried about not running any Dark Confidants in a Deadguy list.
Right.
Like I had never tried that, and it's one of those like that was a card that 5 months ago I would have said is uncuttable, but
But times change. But
Like,
times
yeah.
change, and we don't want to flip this.
yeah, you want to flip the 7 draw?
Yeah, Bob is certainly at a low ebb, but we were talking a little bit here and there throughout this video about Rakdos, the Rakdos Luris deck, and Bob is actually seeing some good play there because the whole deck is so low curve. There are so many angles of attack and must answers that adding Bob on top of that is pretty awesome, and you can get the game over pretty quickly, so his life loss is not as bad. So I like
Also,
seeing
I do
that
wanna-
like Bob has a home still theoretically.
Yeah, I do also want to say Dauthi Voidwalker so far at least has definitely not been has not competed at the same level as some of these other cards.
No, it hasn't, and we've it's been the nature of the matchups, right? But
Yeah,
yeah, for sure, agreed.
are we keeping?
I am. Yeah, sorry, I didn't even ask you about
Hey,
that.
this is
But
a,
I think we keep pushing position hands almost always.
This is all right. This is a really I think tight keep just because we have like no threat or anything else to follow up.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. These are our two best cards in the opener, though. I rate this hand probably about as highly as I could rate. And look at that.
That's a great
it
card.
just got
Never mind.
10,000 times better.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's-
you're just straight right there. Like Plague Engineer is probably the best thing you can find against humans.
All right, they've got a slow one.
Imperial Recruiter.
Mantis Rider.
I don't think I've ever seen Imperial Recruiter in
It's
I guess it just
think
makes sense,
relatively
right?
common now. I don't know if it's a 4 of, probably not, but I think we take that. I think we just take the 2-for-1 plan to push the rider. This does die to Plague Engineer, but
yeah.
I
think we take
for
Plague
Plague
Recruiter.
So
Also, I want to point out that OP is running the cool Imperial artwork, Recruiter artwork.
oh man, this is cool. But how about the
that artwork is so good.
The old,
the original. Oh, I'm not a fan of the OG one. Like that one just looks so cool to me.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I like both a lot. I think it's a sweet card.
Oh, it's a really cool card.
Yep.
That's one of the cards I was really happy to see in Modern Horizons 2. I was tooling around a lot with like a Mardu hate bear list where you can basically use a Recruiter to like tutor up anything you need, like a Magus of the Moon.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Definitely. That's like a great theoretical home for it.
Well, that was before my friend just made it better by going like Just Guy, throwing a bunch of spells in.
Oh, that's funny. Ooh, souls. All right, I was going to say, I think we just play the sword and then Tourach the Dismember out of their hand next turn. We still could, but we could also play Lingering Souls. Do you have a preference?
I like going the souls. Yeah, I like going souls this turn.
There we go, buddy. That's for you.
Boom. The Lingering Souls, the best card in Magic.
Ooh, wow, that's so good for us. That OP.
Yeah, they
cracks.
Man.
Yeah, they're
they
flooded.
kept a really bad hand. Yeah.
Here comes the other MVP, Tourach. Ooh, Inquisition's good too. But I still think we Tourach. I don't know though, because in theory, Inquisition could whiff after this turn if we Tourach.
Yeah, I would Inquisition.
Okay.
I would Inquisition if they only have the one Dismember. I'd probably run out Plague Engineer.
Yeah. Or we can get a sword down, if that looks better.
Yeah, or get a sword down, yeah. Whichever one's better.
Okay, they got
double Dismember, so I would get the sword down.
Yes, sir.
That or Flashback Souls.
Yeah, I like the sword here for sure. And Tourach's still going to be incredible next turn. Oh my goodness. This is a pasting. This is a pasting right now, but OP getting pretty unlucky. You do kind of hate to see it.
Half of it, damn, immediately just drawing.
Yep.
The immediate tap and draw of the canopy.
Oh, we got another one. We got to go for it.
That's a good Tourach. Yeah. Don't have a choice at this point.
It's going to get 2 out, and then they're going to pay life to dismember it, and then we just got another one.
Follow up. Oh, would we discard? Oh, we just discarded a lieutenant. That's a good discard.
That is a good one. And so we actually still know their whole hand, if I'm not mistaken. Plays Dismember.
Yeah, we discarded the 2 unknown cards. Wow. That's incredibly funny.
This is just... I feel bad.
At least he can cast something now.
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
All right, we don't even need Plague Engineer. I think we suit up and swing. First.
Yeah, I think we suit up and flashback.
Yeah.
Go maximum soul tokens.
I think we owe that to you. I think that's the moral thing to do here.
Yes.
It might be a little more correct to hit them, actually, but let's just keep the board clear. But because we have the Plague Man killing the back pocket, it might technically be...
We also have a lot of... we also have a lot of Edict effect.
Sure do.
So just keeping the board clear keeps that stuff better.
Yep. And I guess we've got lethal anyway with the spirits here.
Yep. Lingering Souls, dude, they're like the fastest kill, in Magic.
For real.
It's like a 5-mana 4/4 body, effectively.
I don't even think I've seen this token before, and it is the fastest clock in Magic. Who could dispute? Anyway, after that really unlucky first round, we are just cruising, my friend. 3-1. Deck looking fantastic. And let's try to get that 4-1, bro. Let's go get it in round 5.
Let's do it. They are definitely not Tron, let me put it that way.
Definitely not Tron. And we're definitely keeping this one, eh?
Yeah, this is a good hand. This is a great hand.
I would love to have continued winning the die rolls. I think this is a much better on the play hand, but
Storm? Oh, is it Prowess?
Is it Prowess?
I was about to get really excited.
Yeah,
right? Like, ah, Storm.
Yeah, no kill spell on the draw here. Pretty rough. They have 4 threats.
Oh wow.
Big yikes. Big.
I think we just have to take one of the threats.
Yeah, probably.
And then that comes to which. So I don't know which one is better here: Dragon's Rage Channeler or Swift Spear.
I'm trying to think. I think maybe the DRC, like if we give them a repeated selection on top of everything else, like our disruption becomes less relevant.
Yeah.
So we'll take one of those, I guess, but it feels pretty bad because they just get to play 2 threats and then Metamorphose next turn. So, like, another consideration was just to take Metamorphose, but, like, you have to 1-for-1 the threats. Interesting. No.
Considering our hand, I don't think we had a choice but take a threat. If we had, like, let's say a Fatal Push, a Path, or something like that, too, I think I'd be more open to it, but we just drew a Fatal Push. But considering what our hand was, I think we had to be proactive about limiting their threat count.
I think you're right.
So do we go Stoneforge Mystic and try to get this Batterskull out? Because that'd be huge.
I think we do.
Or do we just Fatal Push the Soul Scar? So basically, like, because they didn't have anything last turn. They have 2 draws with this Monomorphose though to remove the Stoneforge.
I actually think maybe they do have something, because otherwise I don't know why they didn't play the Swifty. So it makes me think maybe they have a Lightning Bolt or whatever. Despite that, it might still be correct to play SFM. We need to be mana efficient with this hand. It is the highest upside.
Yeah. Play. Let's do it. And let's get a sword here, just because it's we're expecting it to die, so let's not get a 7 drop.
Right, and if it doesn't die, we got the skull. So yeah, agree.
Yeah. No, this works out best, but this is one of those classic situations with Stoneforge for me, where if I'm expecting Stoneforge to die, I tend to just get the sword, because it's the most likely playable option type deal after that.
100% agree with that heuristic, and this is a really cool 7th edition mountain there. Haven't seen
that mountain's awesome.
Yep.
And he tapped out to play. Oh, he did. That's really weird that he played the way he did instead of Swift Spearing last turn.
Right, just missing a point of damage as far as I can tell, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
This is gonna be brutal if he found a bird.
Yeah, but I almost would rather that than a kill spell for SFM, because if we can go Batterskull Fatal Push, that'd be great. But yeah, they found the bolt.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, no opt or whatever their blue spell of choices. That would be rough.
No blue spell.
Yep. And there are 1 sorcery, I guess, away from Delirium. Worth noting. Okay.
So we can Fatal Push the Soul Scar or the Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Yeah, maybe
or we can Vindicate one of them. So I was thinking we can either double spell with the Inquisition and the Soul Scar, or we can just Vindicate. Or we could just Lily.
I think we're supposed to Inquisition while it could still hit.
Alright.
Because there are definitely a lot of things that they could have played but chose to bolt SFM instead.
Yeah.
So I think we're supposed to Inquisition. It could whiff, but I think this is the correct play overall. We get Lava Dart.
Lava Dart. And then I like taking Soul Scar just because it can shrink the Batterskull since we already have that in hand.
Yeah, and if we were gonna push the DRC, we do it main phase so they wouldn't get selection, but we can untap and let them go to attacks.
Yeah, let them do whatever.
Okay, I like that call.
It may not be right though, because I've only played against Dragon Rage Channeler a handful of times.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's this card.
They have an uncanny. These blue-red Prowess players. I'm not going to lie, a statistical majority of times in the past couple weeks that they've been hellbent, they've drawn exactly this card.
It's a good card.
It's a really good card, and I think that just basically kills us.
Not yet, because we're going to push the Soul Scar.
Yeah, I'm just feeling like we're very unlikely to come back from here.
We can. It's not definite, but there we can draw stuff. Like if we because he still only has 1 card in hand. So he's gonna have 2 next turn.
Gonna have 3 after
So
the
we
bobble
push.
draw.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna have 3. Yeah.
Yeah, bobble.
So we
was
push
just
the Soul Scar.
nuts.
And then next turn we can Vindicate the Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Yeah,
Just because that's the guaranteed 3 power at this point.
for sure.
We're still up with 5, so yeah, we could die, but we're still like we could survive. There's a good chance we'll die, but there's still a chance we don't yet.
Yeah,
If we find a Kaya's Guile, that'd be good. Or we didn't find a Kaya's Guile.
you're right that there is still a small chance we don't die, but I was feeling like if they didn't draw that off the top, that it was anybody's game, and now it's like, okay, we're pretty dead.
Oh no, it's a great card for them.
They got Lava Dart. We did. Maybe
Yeah, we're just dead
show
from
us
Lava
a little
Dart.
more info here. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that sucked, but
that was brutal.
what you gonna do? Let's bring in these familiar faces and
Classic.
classic. I think Plague Man is worse against this deck than Mono Red. I don't think we want.
I agree with that.
See. Voidwalker maybe a tiny bit better, but overall still probably our worst.
I would take all the Voidwalkers out, and then I would trim probably a either an Inquisition or a Vindicate, probably just because that's the slowest removal spell.
Yeah,
or maybe
agree.
a Tourach.
A discards. Yeah.
Tourach
let's trim
too
a
is
Tourach.
also a possibility.
Let's trim a Tourach. 1 Tourach is probably the most we ever want.
And with all the flyers this deck has, I think Lingering Souls is a lot better in this matchup, especially.
Agreed. Our lands are awkward, but it's a great hand.
Yeah, if we're gonna see 2 Inquisitions, it may as well be the beginning of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I do know that these decks run Blood Moon sometimes, so
Yep, good
we
point.
may want to watch out for that. A little too late now with this hand, but
yeah, right. Okay, Kozilek's return. Good to know about. I think we take the DRC right now, and then
yeah. I mean, you can take the return next turn, worst case scenario.
which we may have to, because it kills our only threat, and they might not beat this threat if we can protect it.
Yeah.
Nice fatal push.
All right, so yeah, we're just gonna take the simply gonna take the KRC here.
We got to Stormwing Entity. Yikes.
Stormwing's a big one.
Oh my goodness.
Like that, those.
Really
It's funny is that's one of the cards I always think of when I think about Path, like whether or not I like it.
Yeah.
Is a Stormwing.
For sure, dude. Big attraction to that. We also need to draw a second white land for our threats.
If we can find a land here, any untapped land I think would be good, because we can get, even if it's just Stoneforge, get something down. That's brutal.
That is so brutal.
All right. I think we just pass, right? They're going to Stormwing, or do we Stoneforge?
I think we
Because they can just
Stoneforge,
double Lava Dart it. All right.
Yeah, but if they double Lava Dart it, I think that's good for us overall. Dude, if we lose this one to
from
not
lands, like
from
not finding lands,
a third land or a second white land, yeah, I think the double Lava Dart here is okay. Because then, as you say, we're pushing the Swifty. They're gonna find it probably hard to have perfect rebuilding capability from here. Of course, they can always just draw Expressive Iteration, right? But overall, that's a pretty significant X for 1 in our favor. So let's just draw
let's
white land untapped.
Land.
Oh my god.
This is brutal.
It is. There is an argument to playing Stoneforge again.
Yeah, it can't block the Stormwing. We can't kill the Stormwing with what we have.
Right. So
I'm
just going on that plan to try to win with Batterskull. Hopefully.
What did he do with the Scries? Bottom? Okay, that makes me more confident in playing out the Stoneforge.
I like it. We just got it once again, kind of playing for high upsides here. Once again,
There's a good chance we're just dead.
That could happen. Ooh, bobble, bro. Stop it. Yeah, we could die to a big chunk this turn, plus unable to block Stormwing next turn. But,
yeah. Like, obviously the hope is we don't, but... Like, the mana just didn't... Like, the deck just not giving us a land there.
Yeah.
This would be such a different game.
For real. Alright, you can't have another piece of gas here. It's not fair. It's not fair. It is definitely something worth noting. I think we have 18 white lands here, which is pretty good, but not quite good enough to consistent, like, with 90+% reliability cast these on turn 2. Now, that's not really our problem here because it's turn 4.
Well, the thing is, even if we had hit another black land, we could have pushed the Swiftspear.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
like back when we played that first Stoneforge.
Stuck on 2 broadly.
Yeah.
But there is also something to mention here that if we had double white, maybe we just like play a Firewalker, try to stay alive for longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be better, at least than the second SFM, but we'll see. Clearly they're calculating something here. If they had a land, they would have just played it and cracked Islet right away. So I think we're...
their internet also could have shut off.
It's true.
But it does not look like it did. They're gonna... Another Lava Dart is brutal.
You got to be kidding. That's so bad. That is so bad. All right. So now...
We're dead to any spell off the top.
Very dead to any spell off the top, and we can't draw lands. All right. So we just got to push to stay alive, and hope
they can't have literally anything. Yeah, if they have anything other than land, and we die.
Yeah. Very, very frustrating, but, you know, we had
that was a brutal way to end it.
Progressions against humans last round, but yeah, that was indeed really rough. All right, my friends. Well, we cash another league. I've been doing 3-2 a whole lot lately. Don't know if you've noticed. I think that this represents a little bit of a overall downtick in my win rate since MH2 came out. That said, MH2 Modern is still really fun, and most matches that we lose seem just completely unwinnable due to variance, and, you know, that'll happen. We certainly had our share of good variance here as well. I just can't seem to get a full league where I'm, you know, not having unreasonable things happening to me at some point, but them is the breaks, and this was all kinds of fun. We did play against a lot of relatively favorable matchups. I think round 1 was a nightmare. Every other matchup was at least 50-50, if not better. Would you agree, Feord? And how are you feeling after co-piloting this one with me?
That was a great league overall. A lot of bad luck, and yeah, I would agree that pretty much round 1 was definitely a really bad matchup, but after that, I would say everything was probably 60-40 for us in terms of matchups.
Yeah, so we can't complain about that too much, and we showed it in places. We showed our ability. You had a really good way to say it. We kind of force the Taxes player to play a grindy mid-range game, and we are better at that. So we saw that. We saw our ability to kind of wade through a lot of hate for our hate from Prowess while having our stuff line up generally in round 2. And we also just saw everything going our way, more or less, against humans. And, you know, that could have just as easily happened for us in round 5 as well. It did not. We got a little land screwed. The opponents were curving out really well. We had the hate cards rotting in hand. Felt pretty bad. But, yeah.
I do think Izzet Prowess is more of a 50-50 than mono red Prowess.
For sure.
But we also just got really unlucky with the lands on that game too.
That's really how it happened to us. That's really what went down. I think, you know, post side looking at my 60, I think we have every chance. Looking pretty decent there, but those things will happen. That's the power of playing a really proactive deck, right? Punishing the opponent stumbling. But we also saw the power of playing a less proactive deck, frankly, because we got lots and lots of really good X for ones. If we get clunky, if we get, a little bit of a fail rate in one way or another, yeah, we can definitely kind of do nothing and die. But if we're at least moderately functional, we saw Sword of Fire and Ice absolutely roll the field today, and we saw Tourach Dread Cantor relevant in every single way. The kicker was incredible, the pro-white was incredible, and as a sword wielder, he was fantastic. Dauthi Voidwalker, this was not the league for it to shine. It did indeed have one or two interesting roles. We saw the Prowess player misplay against it. We saw the fact that, we didn't necessarily need it in a couple spots to close games, but we had it in hand. If they were able to stabilize, it could have done the last couple points of damage without them having much to say about it. I liked Vindicate. It didn't really set the world on fire today, but I didn't really regret having it at any point. The flexibility was good.
Definitely.
In some of my practice games with other variants of this black-white archetype, it's been great. So all in all, a lot to like, man. A whole lot to like. I have to say that Dam was arguably even better than I expected, and I expected it to be pretty good.
Yeah,
but
no, it's a great card.
Yeah, big fan of that. We had Lucas in the Discord actually suggest going up to 4, and we didn't, as you can see, but, you can almost see why. On one hand, it feels a little weird to say, a pseudo-wrath effect should be a 4 of in a mid-range deck. What? But, honestly, I don't hate that. It all depends, though, on the metagame. We could work in Vanishing versus something we've talked about. A third Kaya's Guile was in the initial draft of the list. And, you could play more Path to Exile. You could even play a Blood Chief's Thirst. So many removal options here. The good news is you can't really go wrong with most of them. It's all about min-maxing your percentage points, though. And, as always, that will alter with the meta. It will behoove you to pay close attention to your local meta, to the broad meta, in order to get the most out of that. But overall, the black-white threat suite seems really good. And it was actually pretty bad pre-MH2, and the black-white removal suite has always been good, and it's even better right now. But the upgrades of Dauthi, Tourach, and Sanctifier, very, very strong in my view. Go ahead.
When Tide Hollow Sculler is one of your go-tos, you need a threat suite.
Exactly.
For all.
You're right. That is, we love Tide Hollow. It looks so cool with the brown border, but it's just not that good of a card unless you're in a meta that's dominated by big mana and spell-based combo. Then we're talking. But we haven't had that in a while, and probably won't have that for a while still to come. So the new stuff looking great, and you could even see making a cheeky move toward main decking a hate piece in a really warped meta like we did in the past with Orheic Champion. You could do that with Sanctifier en-Vec perhaps if the meta calls for it, but beyond that, I don't know if I have anything much to say. If I was just going to run this right back right now, I genuinely don't know if I would do anything different. I don't feel that we lacked for things to do in the matches we lost. Maybe we need to respect, control just a tad bit more. I don't know what the best way necessarily to do that is, but overall, man.
I was going to say, the one thing I would do is I would swap out 1 to 2 Voidwalkers to add in 1 to 2 Lingering Souls. That would probably be the only changes I would make.
I could see 1 for 1. You lower your ceiling, you raise your floor that way. It's more of a glue card for the deck. Though, Voidwalker is very good against control. We didn't really get that to line up here because they were just answering us at every turn. But Voidwalker has soloed control opponents for me before, casting their Jaces into fairies and stuff, casting their cryptic commands. It's pretty wild, and also just kind of hosing their graveyard hate, attacking with Shadow through blockers to pressure planeswalkers and life totals. The card's definitely a bomb against control, but it does die to everything too. So definitely could see another Souls in there, reduce our variance a little bit, as we said. Maybe another sideboard card that's a real good one against control could be an option too. But anyway, overall, dude, especially considering that neither of us had played a strict classical Deadguy 60 with the new cards since MH2 came out, I think the list was great, and I think I'm very happy with how it looked here.
I think we did great.
Yeah, man, for sure. Well, thank you so much, Feord, for joining me Thank you for your very generous support, your presence in the community, and all of the rest. Thank you out there for watching. Let us know if you have any suggestions for our list. This was a really fun one to play. I would happily run it back. Love availing myself of some cards like Vindicate and Stoneforge Mystic while sticking true to the black-based midrange plan. It's just a really cool archetype. If you out there are a midrange player, you have not played a deck like this, I do highly recommend it, especially now. Pre-MH2, I would have said it's cool, it's decent. It's not going to be for everybody because the low curve threats are relatively low quality. Now, it's got something for everybody. If you like midrange, I bet you would like this. So anyway, thank you again for watching. See y'all in the comments below. Have a wonderful day, take care, and we will talk to you soon.